This pimple is literally taking over my life.
It's the devil's work.
Oh my God, it's so different now. Yeah, how they used to hit me, now they let me down. Yeah, I remember days of wearing hand-me-downs. Yeah, got it out the mud, they understand me now. I swear I'm just a young, no, keep counting up a check. I've been having fun.
What's up, my babies? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kay, or Courtney if you do not know, and this is Crown Ballet. First things first, before we even get into this video, honey, click that red subscribe button down below and click the notification bell so that you know when I have new uploads. Also, follow me on all of my social medias. They will be on the screen, of course, and if not, in the description box below. Now that we got that out of the way, you know what I'm saying, the formal stuff and all of that stuff. I sound real dry because I just woke up, so y'all are just, I'm unthawing on camera with y'all, praise God. So can y'all tell, is this a sew-in or is this a wig? Because I can't tell. I can't tell. Can you? Because I can't. Y'all, first of all, I would just like to say that I haven't given myself a sew-in in so long. I've given other people sew-ins, but I haven't given myself a sew-in in like for freaking ever. I was doing my hair yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, first of all, why is it taking me so long? Like, I literally forgot what I was doing. And second of all, my head is on pound. Like, it's on fire. Babies, she tight. I forgot what it feels like to have a sew-in because I've just been wearing wigs and braids and all of that stuff, but I haven't had a sew-in. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this sew-in in, but you know what? We're gonna pray for the best. I just wanted to make this video for you all to show you all how I do my frontal sew-in. Now, this method that I use, I've never used before. Normally, I just sew on my frontal and that's it, but this time I actually laid my lace down first before I even sewed anything on with the Got To Be Glued free spray. Normally when I watch frontal sew-ins, I see hairstylists and different people use an adhesive first. They use like a ghost bond glue or bold hold or even tape sometimes to lay down the lace first, and then they go into sewing on the actual frontal. I have never done that before. I just decided to experiment and use the Got To Be Glued hairspray as my adhesive and then continue to sew down my lace, which I kind of really love. Like, I didn't know going into this video how I was gonna do it, but I love the idea of that, and it allowed me to put my frontal where I wanted it to be, a little bit ahead of my hairline, and then I sewed on while it was glued down. So I feel like when the Got To Be Glued free spray like lifts up, my frontal will still be in the same place. So praise God, hopefully that happens. I'll let you guys know. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep yapping. This hair is freaking amazing. I'm probably gonna style it for you guys, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I practice with a top knot bun and the rest of my hair in the back down. And baby was still flawless when I got out of practice, so we can't let that go unnoticed. Baby needs recognition. I'm not gonna keep yapping. We're gonna get into this video. So if you're interested in seeing how I lay this sew-in down and all of that, keep on watching.
Okay, so we're starting off with this foundation. I didn't really care about the back, but the front was the most important. I wanted to make sure it was super flat. And then on the sides, I have those anchor braids. So when I sew down, I would have something to actually attach the frontal to on the sides. So you see me lining up the actual frontal to my hairline just to see where I wanted to place it. And now I am adding some oil. We need some moisture, baby. We need some moisture. Just oiling my scalp before I actually do this sew-in. Now, like I said in the intro, I never really have use an adhesive to lay my lace down. Whenever I do a lace frontal sew-in, I always just sew on the frontal, but this time I was feeling froggy, so I just went ahead and leaked. You know, why not? So yeah, so I'm using the Got To Be Glued free spray, and I'm kind of mimicking the way that I install my wigs. So I am applying it all around my hairline, and then I am laying the frontal along my hairline where I laid those, where I put that free spray, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit more to secure it down. And you see me spray water. I just sprayed water on the actual hair to kind of get those flyaways of baby hairs out of the way. Yeah, so it'll be kind of easy for me to see. And I'm literally just gonna blow dry my hair as if I'm laying my wig. So yeah. So I'm gonna get my wig out of the way. Whoa, I'm gonna get my hair out of the way. I'm just braiding it on both sides so that it's out the way. And now I'm going to start to sew down the back. Okay, so the point of me laying it down in the front was to kind of place it where I wanted it to be along my hairline, and then I secure it down with the thread. So I'm gonna start in the middle of my frontal, and then I'm gonna go on both sides. So I'm gonna start on, I believe that's the left side. No, that's the right side. So I'm gonna sew down the entire right side and make sure that's secured down. And you see me like kind of like pulling it back just a little bit, just to make sure it's snug and secure. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Y'all, let me tell you how much of a struggle it is to like feel what you're doing rather than see what you're doing. It's a super struggle, baby. So bear with me. I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to feel and make it perfect. But yeah, it was a struggle. I was struggling, and I was trying to watch a movie, so I was all over the place. So like I said, I'm sewing down one side, and I'm gonna go right to the other side and do the exact same thing to the other side. When I tell y'all that my arms were burning at this point, they were burning. Because I was pulling this thread like straight up, my arms were burning. I am not used to doing sew-ins. I'm used to popping on my wigs or doing a sew-in on somebody else's head, and it's completely different. So y'all, I was on a super struggle. So I'm cutting off my lace now that I have my back secured down, and I'm gonna cut off those ear tabs where it's like extra lace. Now I know y'all see that white residue. Don't y'all worry, it's just a little bit of extra of the got to be glued free spray. I'm gonna wipe that off with some water and a cotton ball or a rag if that's what you have. That's easy. The lace didn't want to come off my head though, and it was sticking to my skin. So I had to use a spray bottle to get it off. It was like, it literally hurt. Like I couldn't get it off. Now this hairline is like super unnatural. It is a little pre-plucked, as y'all can see, but it's super unnatural. So I did go in and actually pluck after this video, because don't nobody hairline look like that, and we want natural looking. Okay, we need natural is what we want. So now I am sewing down on those anchor braids that you all seen at the beginning. I'm sewing down just to secure the lace frontal a little bit more. But I've kind of parted it off in a space that I knew that I wasn't using. So I'm just sewing along those braids, and then I'm gonna sew along the very first braid toward the front of my head. Sewing along the very first braid, that first anchor braid, it kind of just, I don't know, for me it kind of just secures it down so that when that got to be glue spray does lift up, it doesn't move at all. Like it doesn't shift back or anything. So that was kind of my focus when I was sewing on that first braid. And of course I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. And baby is laid, okay? I know y'all see that. She not going nowhere. So I put it up in a bun so I can sew on my bundles. It's now time to sew on les bundles. Now I'm sure that you all have seen plenty of sew-ins and have seen plenty of sew-in bundles and all of that stuff. So this part isn't really important, but I did want to make sure that my install for the back especially was really seamless. So I'm sewing underneath that braid. So just in case I wanted to put my hair up in a ponytail or a high bun, there would be a seamless, like in the back, you wouldn't be able to see any tracks lifting up, or you wouldn't be able to see my braid. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you all. Now for the ends, like with the flip over method, I am totally against cutting my wefts. So I try to use the flip over method as much as possible until I get closer to the top. But when you're on the ends, like, and you flip your hair over, it's very important that you make sure that you stitch that end down, okay? Because don't nobody want no ends of no wefts of no bundles sticking out. Like, that's not cute. It's bumpy and lumpy, and don't nobody want that. Okay, so my camera died. Great. And the daylight is gone. But I wanted to come back and show you all, like, the finished thing. It's, like, super flat at the top. I literally tried to squeeze in every inch of them 4 bundles. And this is all that I have left from the 20-inch bundle. So I just wanted to show y'all real quick. This is what the hair looks like on my head. It looks super full, if y'all can't tell that already. I'm in love with the thickness of it. Like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I actually have to go to practice. That's why I really wanted to show y'all how it looked. Well, how it looked before practice. So this is the end of the video. This is the end of the video. Let's see the back. So I'm not gonna keep looking at myself in the mirror and flipping my hair back and forth as I'm doing. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you again. Now give me a kiss.